home. We continue on after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Andrew Rogers back here on the Domino's post-game report to wrap things up from a Carson-Newman victory here at Holt Fieldhouse by a final score of 91-66. Lady Eagles score 61 points in the second half and shoot 68% to win by 25 going away against the Anderson Trojans. Let's take a look around the South Atlantic Conference. A great game in Wise, Virginia. UVA Wise in overtime has a 88-85 lead over Lenore Ryan. Those are two teams that are near the top of the early South Atlantic Conference standings. Wise is trying to hold on to one of the few remaining unbeaten starts to league play, and they're up 2 now with 2 minutes to play in that game. Madison Looney has 22 points for the Cavaliers. Abigail Brown has 19 to lead the Bears. Carson-Newman will play UVA Wise here at Holt Fieldhouse on Wednesday at 5:30. Elsewhere in the league, Newberry is on the road today, and they're closing out Emory and Henry. It's a 13-point lead for the Wolves, who are about to get their first league win of the year, 79-66. It just went final there in Emory, Virginia. Coker is on the road, and they're somewhat running away from Mars Hill, 58-41. Shantiana Tillman, the reigning player of the year in the conference, has 12 points. It's all been about Coker's defense that has forced Mars Hill into 27 turnovers. And the Lions have just 11 second-half points in more than 15 minutes of basketball there in Mars Hill, North Carolina. It appears that Coker is going to be on its way to a 4-0 start in league play. Later today, Tusculum will host Catawba at 5 o'clock, and then tomorrow afternoon, Lincoln Memorial will play host to Wingate, a Sunday afternoon matinee at 1 o'clock in Harrogate. Carson-Newman women's basketball improves to 6-3. They're 3-1 in the league, and they are back on the floor for its final home game of the calendar year on Wednesday evening, 5:30 start with UVA Wise. Until then, it's time to get you set for a ranked showdown. Carson-Newman's hosting 18th-ranked Anderson. Adam Cavalier has the AEC countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Two defenders, chucks up a runner, it hits, count it, and one.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
A dagger for Nick. Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where we've got a dandy on the docket here today. Number 18, Anderson, comes in as one of the last 13 unbeatens in the country. And the Eagles riding a 3-game win streak and just a scotch behind the Trojans in just outside of the national rankings. So should be a high-level basketball game today between Carson-Newman and Anderson today here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Anderson has been dominant. They are the country's most efficient offense. They have the second highest scoring margin in the nation and have been beating opponents by an average of 32 points a night. And they've been so dominant, they haven't trailed in a second half all year long. They haven't trailed by more than 5 points all year long, and in 7 games, total time trailing less than 7 minutes. That has been the caliber start that Anderson has had this season. This is the AEC countdown to tip-off, and when we return to Holt Fieldhouse, we hear from Chuck Benson. His pregame comments headed your way after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Bank.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Right back on the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman welcomes a top 20 team inside the doors of Holt Fieldhouse. Eagles taking on 18th-ranked Anderson today. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you have to contend with the country's top offense this afternoon. Trojans are number one in the nation in field goal efficiency, effective field goal efficiency, and threes made. I'm going to hope that you've figured out a way to catch every raindrop. But under the presumption that you haven't figured out that magic, how do you slow down a team that is averaging 98 points per game on a 53-43 slash?
We've shown this year that we're defending consistently through these first 7 games. Actually, we're defending pretty well in the preseason as well, even though those early scrimmages. But I've liked what I've seen defensively. We've got a plan in place that we feel like if we can execute consistently at a high enough level, it will definitely impact Anderson's output. But again, like, you got to be good on both sides of the ball. So not only do we need to do a good job against them, and they are definitely a top 20 team. They are the best offense in the country. We've got to make sure we're putting points on the board as well, and they defend well. So we got to do a job on both sides of the ball, and not be rattled when they make shots, when they go on runs, because they are going to do that.
You allude to that. Well, while the offense certainly has gathered the headlines quietly, I suppose quietly, perhaps noisily, they do have the top scoring defense in the league and the conference's top field goal efficiency defense. What do they do that makes scoring challenging?
I think they really pressure the ball. They pick you up 94 feet and sort of harass and turn you and work you. And then in the half court, they play more of a scout-based approach. And they're going to guard some. They're not going to guard others. They're going to double up on some and leave some in single-man coverage. So, it's a unique approach, but it's an effective approach if you got guys that can pull it off. And they've shown that they do have guys that can pull it off. So we know we'll have our work cut out for us. But I like especially what I saw from our team in the last outing, and some of the just some of the capability that we've shown throughout these first 7 games overall.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You look internally and had been through a little bit of a rough patch offensively. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. You were still getting the shots and shot types I think that you wanted. They just weren't going down. How important was a game like Tusculum where you're hyper efficient and set the 12th highest shooting percentage in school history to gather that back together, knowing what you have in front of you to close the first semester.
I know. I would never really hit panic, or I don't think our players hit panic. Even though we were struggling to make shots, our shot types were good, our shot quality was good. We just weren't making those shots. And then you have a game like Tusculum where there's a lot at stake, big rivalry game, and our guys shot the ball incredibly well. That just reminds our guys that, hey, we actually can do this. We can put the ball in the basket. And so in this game, in this particular game, you're going to have those nights when it's not falling. You got to do something else to figure out a way to win. But I'm confident in our guys and their capability of making shots in an efficient manner most nights.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Trojans.
Great. Thanks, Cav.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups headed your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off wraps up after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This
bounce feed inside, Browder right block through contact. He gets it to go.
Is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To the cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. Jaws there for the tip. Ooze hit it. Ooze hit it. Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman and number 18 Anderson on the docket here today as we are set for basketball action inside of Holt between an Eagles team that is just outside of the top 25 and an Anderson team that is off to a 7-0 start and nationally ranked for the first time since 2012. Starting fives go like this for Anderson. It is a 4-guard, 1-forward lineup. The guards, A.J. Wright, 5'8", 151 pounds out of Clearwater, Florida. 6.1 assists per game, second in the sack in that regard for the Trojans starting point guard. He's joined by Rashawn Engelman, who is one of the best three-point shooters in the country, second best by percentage. Leading scorer at 16.6 points a game, 53, 54, 86 the slash line for Rashawn Engelman, a 6-foot freshman out of Sacramento, California. Third guard is Caleb Maccabee, 6'1 sophomore out of St. John's, Florida. Again, insane slash line. 12.4 points a game on a 63-54 slash. Hasn't attempted a free throw, though. And then the fourth guard, Malachi Reeves, 6'4", 200-pounder out of Lexington, South Carolina, averaging 7.4 a game. The lone forward is Osmar Garcia Arroyo, transfers in from LMU, averages 15 points and 7 boards a game. New look starting five for Carson-Newman today. No Braden Illick in the starting five after he tweaked his ankle at Tusculum. Instead, Ollie Smith logs his first career start with Jack Browder, Rylan Houck, Khalees Fry, and Matt Bilbray. Eagles out in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, orange numerals trimmed in blue on the front and back of the jerseys. Anderson, all black road jerseys, black tops, black pants, a gold stripe up the sides with gold numerals on the front and back of the jerseys for the Trojans. Good veteran officiating crew here today. James Gibson, Luke Payne, and out of retirement, Kenny Pate. Gibson will toss it up. Smith versus Garcia Arroyo for the jump. Smith wins the tip, but Anderson controls. It's into Wright's hands, and Anderson moves right to left with the basketball against what starts out in zone. Might be man-to-man defense for Carson-Newman. Yeah, man for the Eagles to open up this contest against the Trojans. Garcia Arroyo head of the key, hands off to A.J. Wright, right point. Wright flips it Engelman left wing, 10 to shoot. Engelman, jab, step, kick, right point, three, up, left iron, no. Offensive rebound, Reeves. Twist, turns, hits Maccabee for a right corner three. That's short off the front of the 10. Rebound loose in the middle of the lane, grabbed by Khalees Fry. And he'll bring it left to right for Carson-Newman. Browder into the right corner for Matt Bilbray. Sends it to Houck left point. Houck dribble handoff for Smith left wing, back to Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray pulls the string on the head of the key three, and he shreds the strings to open things up. The opening salvo is from Matt Bilbray. It's a 3-0 lead for the Eagles. 57 seconds in. Trojans move right to left with the basketball. Right head of the key, bounces Garcia Arroyo right point. Man-to-man with Fry, hands off Engelman out to the right wing. Skip it left wing for Reeves. Baseline drive, twists it on Houck. Right around a screen into the paint. Twist, turns, past Fry, reverse layup. Missed it. Rebounds high off the glass, loose on the right baseline. And out of bounds off of Jack Browder with 2 to shoot. Ball stays with the Trojans. 2 on the shot clock for Anderson. Trigger will come from the right baseline from Wright. Right, looking, gets into Garcia Arroyo, spins right, stumbles to the right block, doesn't get it off in time. Shot clock violation, Carson-Newman ball. 18:37 to play in the first half, 3-0. Carson-Newman leads 18th ranked Anderson. Full court pressure on for the Trojans. Engelman picks up Browder. Full court. Browder ahead to Bilbray up the left sideline, slips it to Fry, left wing. Fry picks up his dribble. Screen and roll not there. Chest pass Smith left corner. Smith drives baseline. Kick out Bilbray right wing. Bilbray right sticks to him. Flips it Houck left point. Houck north-south down the right side of the paint. Right hand leaner won't fall over Garcia Arroyo. Maccabee the rebound on the right block. Trojans front court. Garcia Arroyo banging inside right block. Backing down Fry. Turns, kicks. Left corner open from deep. Reeves, he swishes it. Malachi Reeves, 8 of 27 coming in. Now a steal on the inbounds, and Maccabee lays it in. Just like that, 5 straight for the Trojans, and they grab their first lead. 5-3 Anderson, 17:48 to go, first half. Eagles move left to right with it. Fry, right wing, Euroing inside, lost it going up. Maccabee the ball, right in transition. Shunts it out to the right corner for a drive from Reeves, and he steps out of bounds. Carson-Newman ball. So the Trojans turn it over. Carson-Newman gets the ball back, and the Eagles move left to right with it. Fry Over the timeline, right side, Garcia Arroyo picks him up and he gets it to Browder in the right corner. And Browder held by A.J. Wright on the perimeter as he's initiated his dribble. First foul on Wright, first foul on Anderson. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op, service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek or AEC, powering what matters most. The inbounds pass is deflected by Wright into the Anderson bench, and it stays with Carson-Newman with 23 to shoot. Hauk gets it to Fry at the free throw line. Fry, bounce feed Bilbray, right block, shoots short. Rebound loose to the timeline. Engelman grabs it for the Trojans, looking to extend a 2-point lead. Engelman twisting around, left wing, heaves up a three and swishes it. That was non-rhythm. Still made it. 8 straight for the Trojans. A deflection out of bounds, and it stays with Carson-Newman. 8-3 Anderson, up by 5. 17-16 to go in the first half. An 8-0 run for Anderson over the last 46 seconds. 2 turnovers both ways. Hauk inbounds against full court pressure and gets it to Bilbray. Engelman picks him up. Bilbray over the timeline, left side. Engelman harasses him man-to-man the whole way. Bilbray for Fry at the head of the key. Fry back to Bilbray to the free throw line, pulls up, 15-footer, rolls off right side. Bilbray follows his own miss, saved it to Smith at the free throw line. Smith goes in for a finger roll, airballs it. Engelman the rebound on the right block for the Trojans. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. Anderson's rattled off 8 straight to grab a 5-point lead. Trojans with the ball front court. Garcia Arroyo at the top of the key. Right hand dribbles down the right side of the paint, spins into Smith, twists, turns, lays it up, and it finds the bottom of the barrel. 10-0 run for Anderson. They're up by 7. 10-3, 16:27 to play in the first half. 4 in a row from the field for AU. Fry looking to break the streak. Can't. His shot left side, blocked out of bounds. Stays with the Trojans. Dallas Jones and Caden Dawkins check in, replacing Wright and Maccabee. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. So when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pie, $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Inbounds deflected. Trojans steal it, and Reeves brings it front court for Anderson. Hands off to Engelman between the rings, and the Trojans set up shop on the offensive end. 3 turnovers and a 3-minute scoring drought for the Eagles here early. Engelman, left elbow, fading, 15-footer, no. Fry, long rebound at the free throw line. The Eagles sprint front court left to right, down by 7, haven't scored in 3 minutes. Browder, left wing, gets it to Smith, left corner. Pump fakes a 3, curls into the lane, leaps, lobs, and turns it over. Jones sealed off Browder and has the steal. Jones for Garcia Arroyo, right side of the lane. Garcia Arroyo bangs his way inside on Browder, turns, shoots, misses the layup, but a whistle and a foul. Charge it to Jack Browder. Osmar Garcia Arroyo shooting free throws when we get back. First personal on Jack, first team foul on the Eagles. Carson-Newman scored first, but the Eagles have missed their last 5 shots, turned it over 3 times in the last 3 minutes and 33 seconds, and haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. In the interim, an Anderson 10-0 run to take this 10-3 lead, and shooting free throws when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:39 to go in the first half. Anderson, a 10-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Eagles scored first with a Matt Bilbray 3, but haven't scored since. It's been a 1 of 6 start from the field for Carson-Newman against Anderson, who has now scored 10 consecutive. And Osmar Garcia Arroyo is at the line, shooting 2 for the Trojans. Garcia Arroyo hoists up the first and swishes it. Nothing but strings. Garcia Arroyo with 3 points. One more free throw for him. Lines it up, knocks it down, 2-2. 12-0 Anderson run is the largest run that Carson-Newman has given up this season. Trojans are ahead by 9, 12-3. 15:39 to go in the first half. Eagles looking for their first make from the field in their last 5 attempts. Haven't scored in 3.5 minutes. Dawkins defends Bilbray, who bounces to Stamper at the left elbow. No Braden Illick today for Carson-Newman, out with an injury. Bilbray, head of the key. Right around the Stamper screen, gets it right wing, open from deep. Bilbray takes it, shorts it, loose ball, middle of the lane, repass, dives. He got tripped by Rylan Houck. First personal on Houck, second team foul on the Eagles. Ball back to the Trojans in the midst of a 12-0 run. Anderson has started 4 of 8 from the field and 2 of 4 from deep. Eagles are 1 of 7 and 1 of 2 from range. Engelman into the front court for repass, left of the paint. Matches up on Stamper, backs him down left block. Repass, spins left, now back right, and walks. Third turnover of the day for Anderson. Ball back to Carson-Newman, down by 9. Reeves and Engelman are out for Anderson. Maccabee checks back in, as does A.J. Wright, out there with Dallas Jones, repass, and Caden Dawkins. Bilbray, Houck, Browder, Stamper, Smith for Carson-Newman. Braden Illick unavailable today for the Eagles against the 18th ranked team in the country. Smith into the left corner. Stamper tries the triple. Short. Browder an offensive rebound and stick back from the left block. Career rebound 693 for Jack Browder. That stops a 4-minute scoring drought for the Eagles and pulls them within 7. 12-5, 14:30 to play in the first half. Trojans with it on the offensive end. Right, free throw line. Swatted from behind. Smith takes it away. Outlets it ahead to Browder. Browder in traffic, fouled by Maccabee, who contacts him with a reach. First on Maccabee, second on Anderson. Eagles with the ball out of bounds on the right baseline for Rylan Houck. Houck triggers into Bilbray right wing. For Stamper right point, Stamper. Bounce feed Bilbray right baseline. Back to the basket on Dawkins. Backs him down. Turns. Carried. Bilbray saying that Maccabee pinned his arm behind his back, and that helped cause the travel and carry. Regardless, it's a 4th turnover by Carson-Newman, and the ball back to Anderson, who is fresh off scoring 12 straight against Carson-Newman. Repass exits. Osmar Garcia Arroyo back in. 12-5, 18th ranked Anderson leads. 14:05 to play in the first half. Eagles have started 2 of 9 from the field and have 4 turnovers in the last 5 minutes of game action. Garcia Arroyo, right elbow, swings it to Engelman right wing. Left around a Garcia Arroyo screen. Back out to right between the rings. 10 to shoot. Downstairs it goes. Garcia Arroyo spins on Stamper. Pumps, ducks the shoulder. Kicks out. Left corner. 3 in for Caleb Maccabee. Maccabee got loose, got naked, and drills the triple with nobody around him. 10-point lead, first double-digit lead for Anderson. 15-5 with 13:27 to go in the first half. Eagles front court. Browder into the high post for Stamper. Screen and roll for Browder, but a whistle and a hold. Browder was ready to roll to the basket, but he got held, got impeded. And the foul goes on Rashawn Engelman. His first, team's third. It's a 15-2 Anderson run. You're in the last 4 minutes and 43 seconds to get up by double digits. Carson-Newman has started 2 of 9 from the field. Matt Bilbray hit a 3 to open the game, and then the Eagles missed 7 straight shots. Browder, right baseline drive, gets into Garcia Arroyo. Airmails the layup, but Fry's on the backside to tap it in. Second chance points work for Carson-Newman, 15-7, down by 8. Anderson the other way. Maccabee's left corner three's long. Fry tips to Stamper for the board. Stamper picks up his dribble in the backcourt. Browder is on his keister. Browder calling for time, and he's able to get it off. And then a couple extra seconds came off the shot clock. Should be 21 on the shot clock. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, it is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 18th-ranked Anderson has jaunted out of the gates. A 15-2 run to get up by as many as 10 here in the early going. Eagles, the hot shooting from Tusculum on Wednesday night has not carried over. Eagles' 12th best shooting night in school history against the Pioneers on Wednesday at 24.5%. They just started 3 of 11 from the field today against Anderson. Granted, without the best passing big man in the SAC, Braden Illick, he's on the bench with an injury. Eagles trigger in the backcourt to Matt Bilbray. Bilbray will be picked up by Engelman the length of the floor and gets it across the timeline with 13 on the shot clock. Bilbray swings it, Stamper right wing. He's left open. He'll try the triple. Pins off, no. Browder offensive rebound. Took it up. Got that shot swatted. Third try. Browder gets the roll. Stick-to-itiveness there by Jack Browder. His third and fourth rebounds, his 4th points, and the Eagles are within 6. 15-9 with 12:22 to play in the first half. Trojans with the ball front court. Wright on the right wing. Drives on Smith. Gets fouled by Smith. First personal on Ollie Smith. Third team foul on the Eagles. 12:15 to go in the first half. Trojans by 6. And the ball out of bounds on the right baseline. A.J. Wright will inbound. Triggers into Engelman in the right corner. Left around a Garcia Arroyo screen through the head of the key. Kicks out Dawkins left wing. Dawkins weaves inside. Fades from the right elbow and connects on the 15-footer. Caden Dawkins splashes that one in. Trojans by 8. 17-9. 8 minutes gone in the first half. Eagles front court. Stamper, top of the key. Stops on the left wing. Passes out to Bilbray, right point. Bilbray, left to the head of the key. Switches it Smith left wing. Smith inside. Got fouled by Dawkins. And that'll bring us to a break in the action. First personal on Caden Dawkins. 4th team foul on the Trojans. 11:44 to play in the first half. Anderson 17. Carson-Newman 9. Eagles just 31% from the field. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
11:44 to play in the first half. Anderson has jumped out to a 17-9 lead on Carson-Newman. It came on the strength of a 12-0 run as the Eagles went nearly 4 minutes without scoring. Carson-Newman just 4 of 13 from the field, while Anderson has had the hot hand to start. 6 of 12 from the field and 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. They've got 6 points off of Carson-Newman's 4 turnovers. That's the large difference here to open up this contest. No Braden Illick today for Carson-Newman against the 18th-ranked Trojans. Fry at the top of the key. Dribbles over to the right wing. Stops. Pivots. Bounce feed inside Browder. Draws a triple team. Shoots over Garcia Arroyo. Doesn't get it to fall, but he does draw a foul. That is a first personal on Osmar Garcia Arroyo, the LMU transfer. 15 foul on Anderson. And 2 free throws for Jack Browder. Browder looking to make this a 6-point game at the line. The first one's up and through. All strings. Eagle fans, check out the Eagles Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.ca.edu. Browder's second is good. It's a 17-11 lead for the Trojans with 11:25 to go in the first half. Wright driving inside. Gets by his defender, lays it in, counted in a foul. Strong take for A.J. Wright, a personal on Colin Brown. 4th team foul on the Eagles, and the lead back to 8 for Anderson. First points for A.J. Wright. Balanced scoring for AU. 6 different players have scored, but nobody has more than 5 for the country's most efficient offense. Wright looking to stretch the lead back to 9. Bends the knees, flips the free throw up, rattles out, rebound loose. Browder seizes it on the left side of the lane. Browder over the timeline, left side for Carson-Newman, bringing it front court. Head of the key, he tries a triple, rattles out left side. Wright grabs the board and runs front court for the black-clad Trojans. Wright drops it off Garcia Arroyo, punched out from behind by Bilbray. Houck the rebound. Houck doubled in the backcourt, gets it to Khalees Fry, who sends it up the left sideline to Browder. Browder into the paint, foul. Charge this to whom? A.J. Wright, that's his second. Team 6th. And Browder ruled to be in the act of shooting. So he gets the continuation there. I thought he made the layup. I guess not enough continuation after he was fouled. So he made the first. That's 7 for Jack. 7-point game. Favoring Anderson with 10:53 to go. First half. Second free throw. It's true. 2-2 trip for Jack Browder. 8 points to lead all scores. Eagles are down 6. 19-13 with 10:48 to go in the first half. Eagles 4 of 14 from the field offensively. Trojans head of the key for Garcia Arroyo. Hands off Caden Dawkins. Gets north-south left block. Hits Maccabee cutting right block. Leaves the layup short. Long rebound Brown. Sends it to Fry. Fry into the paint. He's fouled. 1-1 for Khalees Fry. Charge this to whom? Still didn't see who Kenny Pate signaled the foul on. So we'll have that for you in a moment. 1-1 for Khalees Fry. Fry bends his knees, puts the front end up and through. Nothing but strings. 5-point game, 19-14. Foul was on Kenny Pate, signaled 7. There is no 7 on the roster for Anderson. 7 is the free throw shooter. So they've got the foul sorted out. Second free throw for Khalees Fry. That's true as well. 4-point game, 19-15. Foul was on Caden Dawkins. That's his second for the record. 19-15. Eagles within 4, 10:20 to play in the first half. Garcia Arroyo hits Reeves, fading for a right corner three. Backboard, nothing else. And the ball tapped out of bounds by Caleb Maccabee. Jimmy Williams nonplussed. With that decision, it's Carson-Newman basketball. 19-15. Trojans by 4 after leading by 10 on the heels of a 12-0 run. Colin Brown over the timeline, center court. Flips it to Houck, right wing. Maccabee defends him into the right corner, Brown. Jones picks him up man-to-man, out to Browder, right wing. 15 to shoot. Browder sends it right corner, Brown. Brown tries the triple, long. Backside board, Garcia Arroyo, left baseline. Trojans front court. Garcia Arroyo down the right side of the paint, twists around against the man-to-man defense and gives to Jones between the rings. Trojans reset. Garcia Arroyo, left-hand dribbles, gets it to Engelman. Darting down the middle of the paint, goes to Garcia Arroyo, who teardrops one in with the right hand. 6 for Osmar Garcia Arroyo. That's the margin for the Trojans. 21-15 with 9:22 to play in the first half. Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in the last 2:43, but they've hit free throws, 6 of 6 in the first half. Browder, keyhole, out to Brown, right wing. Left around a Browder screen, feeds Fry in the left wing. Bounce it down to Houck, left block. Houck backs it out, left baseline, now back into the paint, turns, ducks the shoulder, right-hand scoop, off glass and good for 2. First points for Rylan Houck, Eagles within 4. 21-17, 8:53 to play in the first half. Garcia Arroyo stumbles at the head of the key, Bilbray steals it. Bilbray down the left side of the paint, leads into Maccabee, gets it to fall off glass, count it, and 1. Matt Bilbray with a firm take. The foul is on Maccabee, his second, the team's 8th. An and 1 free throw for Matt Bilbray to try to make it a 1-point game. Bilbray. Couple dribbles, bends the knees, and 1 free throws through. 6 points for Matt Bilbray after Anderson led by 12, or by 10, 15-5. Eagles have outscored the Trojans 15-6 over the last 5 minutes to get within 1. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, they are your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Trojan ball after some subs. Reeves down the right side of the paint, flips it out to Engelman. Engelman, free throw line, heaves it up and draws a foul. Charge this to Matt Bilbray, that's his first. The 5th on Carson-Newman. 2 free throws for Rashawn Engelman. Country's second best three-point shooter. Has not been to the line a ton this year, but he has been effective when he's been there. 6 of 7, that's 85.7%. And the lefty rattles the first one out to the right, no good. Best he can do is make it a 2-point game. Engelman bends the knees, second one's on the way, back spinning through the strings. 22-20, 18th ranked Anderson by a pair with 8:28 to play in the first half. Court pressure on for the Trojans. Engelman defends Bilbray. Bilbray over the timeline, center court, switches to Dallas Jones. Sends it Browder head of the key. Browder around Engelman, takes it into Garcia Arroyo, can't finish through the contact. Tipped by Houcks off the window, and then Garcia Arroyo corrals. He brings it front court all the way to the hoop. Garcia Arroyo finishes in transition. He's got 8, 24-20. Trojans have scored on back-to-back trips, and now Houck loses the ball out of bounds against defensive pressure on the far sideline. 5th turnover for Carson-Newman brings us to a break in the action. 7:59 to play in the first half. Anderson 24, Carson-Newman 20. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
7:59 to go in the first half. Anderson, the 18th ranked team in the country and the owners of the country's most efficient offense, leading Carson-Newman 24-20. Eagles have struggled from the field. They're 6 of 19, but do have 5 offensive rebounds, 6 second chance points, and have gone 7 for 7 at the free throw line. That is why this one is only a 4-point game instead of being a little more tilted in the Trojans' favor. Ivris Uosis is into the game, and we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball on Ollie Smith. That's a second personal on Smith, a 6th team foul on the Eagles. Shot clock does not reset. It's at 21. And the Trojans will inbound from the left baseline. A.J. Wright triggers into Reeves at the head of the key. Gives off Dallas Jones. Pick and pop 3 straight on, swishes it. Trojans are 4 of 8 from range. Jones is the 4th different Trojan to hit a 3. And Anderson has scored 6 straight to make it a 7-point game. 27-20 with 7:32 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brown out for Bilbray, right point. Engelman defends him. Bilbray to the right wing, stops, zips Uosis right corner. Baseline drive, kick out, Brown, left wing, open from deep. Brown buries it. Colin Brown with an answer from range, pulls Carson-Newman within 4 and stops Anderson's 6-0 run. 27-23, Trojans, 7:03 to play in the first half. Anderson with it on the offensive end. Garcia Arroyo traveled. He spun right at the elbow on Uosis and moved his feet, his pivot foot, before putting the ball on the ground. Brown runs the point for Carson-Newman over the timeline and zips it to Smith, left baseline. Smith drives on Garcia Arroyo, missed the layup. Uosis an offensive rebound, and he's fouled. It's on Engelman. That's his 2nd, team's 9th. So Jimmy Williams having to coach through foul trouble. A.J. Wright has 2. Rashawn Engelman has 2. Caden Dawkins has 2. And Caleb Maccabee are all with 2 personals here in this first half. And now Ivris Uosis heads to the line for his first career free throws as an Eagle. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up. Bending back iron. Got the roll through the strings. Back iron, left iron, right iron, down through the nylon. Ivris Uosis, his 3rd career point. Hasn't seen the floor since the opener against King. Misses the 2nd one long off the heel. Engelman the long rebound, right elbow, and the Trojans carry a 3-point lead into the front court with 6:40 to play first half. Wright, feed for Garcia Arroyo, nearly tapped away by Uosis. Garcia Arroyo corrals, Trojans reset. Engelman, head of the key, pull up, free throw line jumper, rattles in the 15-footer. 6 for Rashawn Engelman, 29-24. Anderson extends the lead to 5 with 6:20 to play in the first half. Eagles sprint left to right. Bilbray over the timeline. Engelman harasses him, and he brings it front court. Bilbray spins, gets trapped, finds Uosis in the left corner. Uosis, 12 to shoot from Brown, head of the key. Brown behind the back, stops, looks to pass, does so to Smith, left corner. Catch 3 on the way, right iron out, no good. Garcia Arroyo gobbles up the miss on the right block. Trojans bring it right to left. Wright picked up by Smith, playing with 2 fouls. Wright drives, pivots, left of the lane, heaves up a 10-footer. Brown grabs the air ball on the right baseline. Brown in transition, attacking the basket. Right hand, English, he gets it to go off glass. 5 for Colin Brown, Eagles within 3. 29-26 with 5:30 to play in the first half. Eagles within 3 in spite of shooting 35% from the field. They've been good on the glass, and they've been good at getting to the line. Dallas Jones, top of the key. Drives on Browder to the right block. Browder rejected him, but it's right into the hands of Malachi Reeves, who lays it in uncontested. Browder the block. Reeves takes advantage. 31-26, Trojans by 5. 5:02 to play in the first half. Eagles front court. Browder spins inside, gets it to Yosis, right block, leans into Garcia Arroyo. Layup goes off glass. Ivoris Uosis with 3. That's the deficit for Carson-Newman. 31-28, 4:43 to play in the first half. Trojans on the offensive end. Wright drives on Smith, gets by him to the left block, and he hits an uncontested layup. 4 for A.J. Wright, and Ivoris Uosis hits the deck. And the officials want to go to the monitor. Wright made the layup. Uosis and Garcia Arroyo were tangled up. And on replay, those two were headed to the ground, and it looks like on my initial viewing, Garcia Arroyo might have tugged him to the ground, and Uosis didn't have a chance to brace himself for the potential fall. Definitely got the wind knocked out of him as he's up off the ground. Let's see what the officiating crew adjudicates here. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Now, this isn't like the NBA. You can't go back and just assess a common foul if there is one, I believe. The question is, would any contact rise to the degree of a flagrant foul? And I don't know that it does here. We'll see what James Gibson, Luke Payne, and Kenny Pate have to say. 4:32 left in the first half. Anderson leads at 33-28. This was not a media timeout, so officials are going over to talk to both head coaches. James Gibson to Chuck Benson, Kenny Pate to Jimmy Williams. And nothing there. Hard fall for Ivoris Uosis. But he's still out there after the wrap up in the collision with Osmar Garcia Arroyo. Jack Browder, harassed by Dallas Jones in the backcourt, brings it front court with his team down 5. Fry at the right elbow. Faces up on Malachi Reeves. Gets it to Uosis for a right corner. Triple bottom! A career-high 6 points for Ivoris Uosis. Pulls Carson-Newman within 2. 33-31, 4:05 to play in the first half. Trojans front court. Garcia Arroyo down to the left block. Turns over Uosis. Can't get the layup to fall. Got his own miss. Bangs his way. Reverse layup. Good with the right hand off the window. 10 for Osmar Garcia Arroyo. 35-31. Trojans by 4. 3:48 to go in the first half. Eagles the other way. Brown down the left side of the lane. I don't know that he got his shot off in time, but you got a whistle and a foul on Malachi Reeves. 2 free throws for Carson-Newman when we get back regardless, because that's the 10th foul of the half on Anderson. 3:44 to go in the first half. Anderson led by 10 early off of a 12-0 run, but Carson-Newman has tightened it up. Trojans by 4. Eagles have made their last 3 shots from the field, and we're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
3:44 to go in the first half. Anderson, the 18th ranked team in the country and the owner of the nation's most efficient offense, leads Carson-Newman 35-31. But Colin Brown is at the line shooting 2 free throws, looking to make this a single possession game with 2 free throws. First one's up, and Colin Brown nails it. He's got 6. 35-32. Trojans by 3. Second free throw for Colin Brown. It's true. 35-33. Trojans by 2. 3:40 to play in the first half. Anderson onto the offensive end. Garcia Arroyo left baseline. Backs down Uosis. Spins left. Gets in. Reverse layup. Counted off glass and a foul. Ivoris Uosis commits his first. 7th on the Eagles. And Osmar Garcia Arroyo with a chance to make it a 5-point game at the line. Dawkins and Maccabee set to check back in for the Trojans as Garcia Arroyo hits the second. He's got a game-high 13. And it's back to a 5-point Anderson lead. Trojans shooting 56% from the field. And 4 of 8 from beyond the arc, but the Eagles have gotten to the line, and that's why it's a 5-point game in spite of the Trojans making 5 more shots than Carson-Newman. Bilbray for Browder at the left point. Browder drives on Reeves, gets to the basket, left-hand layup, goes off glass. That's 10 for Jack. Back to a 3-point Trojan lead. 38-35 with 3:08 to play in the first half. Anderson onto the offensive end. Dawkins for Reeves, left wing, drop it off. Garcia Arroyo, left block. Spins on Fry, gets to the right block. Fry alters the shot, and Garcia Arroyo misses the layup. Didn't think Fry got a piece, but he defended it intriguingly. Bilbray, free throw line jumper, splashes in the 14-footer. Matt Bilbray has 8. Eagles are within 1. 38-37, 2:40 to play in the first half. Trojans bring the ball front court. Garcia Arroyo at the right elbow. Dribble handoff Jones, gets north-south, right block, lays it up strong. Garcia Arroyo cleans it up off the missed backside and lays it in from the left block. 15 for Osmar. 40-37. Trojans by a triple with 2:20 to play in the first half. Eagles go left to right with it. Browder, step back, right wing, 3. Shorts at front of the 10. Dawkins rises to yank in the rebound. That's the Eagles' first miss in their last 5 attempts. Dawkins attacks the basket, gets to the rim and lays it in. Back to a 5-point Anderson lead. 42-37, 2 minutes to go first half. Bilbray with the rock left wing. Picked up by Dallas Jones. Bilbray accelerates on Reeves, stops out of the key. Chest pass Brown right point. Brown back to Bilbray right wing. Jab step on Caden Dawkins. And Teal Shoes takes it to the right baseline. Stop, shoots from 15. Bilbray strings it. 10 for Matt Bilbray. He's the second Eagle into double figures. Eagles within 3. 42-39, 90 seconds left in the first half. Anderson ball on the offensive end. Garcia Arroyo on the right baseline. Hands off Caden Dawkins. Screen and roll to Dawkins is kicked out of bounds by Fry. It went off of Fry's shoe top. Jimmy Williams pleading for a kick, but it was not an intentional kick ball. a proper adjudication of the rules here by James Gibson and company. Fry was not attempting to kick the ball, therefore it's not a kickball, even though it went off his left foot. Inbounds comes to Garcia Arroyo on the left block, fakes left, spins right, fades over Fry, and connects from 8. He's unconscious. 17 for Garcia Arroyo on 7 of 10 shooting, back to a 5-point Anderson lead. Houck attacks north-south, gets to the basket and lays it in for the Eagles. 44-41, Eagles within 3, 65 seconds left first half. Carson-Newman has closed the first half, making 6 of its last 7 shots from the field. Eagles looking for a stop now. Dawkins between the rings. Left-hand dribbles, picked up by Browder. Dawkins skips it, Maccabee right corner. Maccabee for Garcia Arroyo at the head of the key. Drives inside on Fry, spins, Fry rips it away. Houck comes away with the basketball, bounces head, Brown to the cup. Right-hand finish from the right side. Eagles within 1 with 32 seconds left in the first half. 44-43, Carson-Newman down a point. 25 ticks left first half, 3-second difference shot clock to game clock. And Jimmy Williams will utilize his use it or lose it 30-second timeout to set something up. A first half in which Anderson led by 10 early after a 12-0 run. Carson-Newman has heated up. The Eagles have made their last 3 shots from the field and 8 of their last 9 over the final 5 minutes of this half to close and keep it tight with an Anderson team that's shooting 55%. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. As good as advertised between the 18th-ranked Trojans and a Carson-Newman team that is receiving votes and just outside of the top 25. It has been high-level basketball here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Both these teams, mind you, too, really good defensively. Carson-Newman, second-best field goal percentage defense in the SAC, top 25 in that regard. Anderson has a top 25 scoring defense nationally, but it has been the offenses clicking here inside of Holt Fieldhouse in this one. 3-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Right runs the point, left point extended. Colin Brown defends him man-to-man. Eagles have played exclusively man here in the first half. 6 and 5 on the shot clock. Right, head of the key on Khalees Fry. Step back, head of the key 3, swishes it. The shot clock expired, sounded, and it's Carson-Newman ball. The buzzer sounded. Carson-Newman thought the half was over, but that was the shot clock expiring. Houck will trigger in, gets it to Engelman, who intercepts. Engelman gets off a half-court heave. That's off the mark, and that is how the first half comes to a close. A.J. Wright buries a 3 deep in the shot clock, and the Trojans carry a 47-43 lead into the halftime locker room. High-quality basketball inside of Holt Fieldhouse. We'll be back for the Eagles Shop halftime report after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser-focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, and 18th-ranked Anderson leads Carson-Newman 47-43. The Trojans trying to remain among the 13 remaining unbeaten teams in the nation. And a first half where the nation's most efficient offense was efficient. 54.3% shooting for Anderson, including a 5 of 10 mark from beyond the arc. Carson-Newman fell behind by double digits early. They trailed by 10 in the first 6 minutes of the game. While the Eagles struggled to make shots, Carson-Newman opened the contest 1 of 8 from the field, while Anderson rattled off a 12-0 run to build that 10-point lead. But the Eagles slowly but surely chipped away at it. It wasn't one big run for Carson-Newman in this one. 4 in a row here, 5 in a row there. Kind of nickeled and dimed the Trojans to get back into it. There's a 16-5 spurt at one point for Carson-Newman, but slowly but surely, after the Trojans got up 10 with 13:39 to go, 15-5, the Eagles tighten it up to head into the halftime break, only down 4. Now, some of that, the rally started in part because of Carson-Newman's free throw shooting. Eagles go 10 of 11 at the line in the first half. And then the second part of that, Carson-Newman did get hot there at the end of the first half and headed into the halftime locker room making 8 of their final 9 shots. And that's why it's just a 4-point game at the break. Jack Browder and Matt Bilbray both have 10 points for Carson-Newman, but Osmar Garcia-Arroyo has been a load for the Trojans. He has 17 points and 6 rebounds for Anderson. A.J. Wright, the next highest scorer, at 7 for the Anderson Trojans. Eagles shoot 47% from the field in the first half. They are +3 on the glass. And what was an early lead in terms of second chance points has evened out a little bit. That was how Carson-Newman was scoring early. 6 of Carson-Newman's first 9 points in this game were off of offensive rebounds. 47-43, Trojans, the 18th ranked team in the country, lead it at the break. We've got an Eagles Shop halftime scoreboard update for you, taking you around the South Atlantic Conference when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today.
Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman trails 18th ranked Anderson 47-43 at the halftime break. Earlier today, Carson-Newman's women prevailed 91-66. It was an offensive slog in the first half. Eagles led 30-25 at the halftime break. But then Carson-Newman drops the hammer and scores 61 points after halftime to win it running away, 91-66 over Anderson. 25 points from Jen Sullivan, 23 points from Maddie Knuckles, an 8-point, 10-rebound, 6-assist night from Keely Rogers. And Carson-Newman's women shoot 67% from the field after halftime to get the job done in that one. Newberry's run in the NCAA Division II playoffs comes to an end against Ferris State. It was tight early. Newberry fell behind by 21, then scored 17 unanswered to get within 4 points. But just Ferris State things from the country's number one team. Bulldogs score twice in 29 seconds at the end of the second quarter to turn that 4-point game into a 3-score affair, and they're able to win it running away, 49-17. Newberry quarterback Reed Sharpia threw 5 interceptions in that game, and the key sequence with the Wolves within 4. Sharpia gets intercepted driving at the Ferris State 20. Ferris State picks out that pass, moves down the field, throws a 43-yard touchdown pass. Then Reed Sharpia and Jonah Norris mishandle an exchange. Ferris State recovers on the 1, and a play later, the Bulldogs are up by 18 points, 35-17. On the basketball hardwoods of the South Atlantic Conference, I would argue that Carson-Newman and Anderson is one marquee game, but the other is over at the Pryor Convocation Center between UVA-Wise and Lenore-Ryan. Both those teams are in the receiving vote section just outside the NABC top 25, and with 5 minutes left in the first half, UVA Wise has a 24-20 lead on Lenore-Rhyne. Bears shooting just 30% from the field, and they haven't scored in 2.5 minutes for the Cavs to take a 4-point lead. Wise has led wire to wire and been up by as many as 9 in that game. So Lenore-Rhyne has rallied a touch in that contest. Tusculum is playing host to Catawba. That's a rare late Saturday game. It doesn't tip until 7:30 p.m. Emory and Henry playing host to Newberry. The Wasps are up 39-32 at the half on the Newberry Wolves. And then Coker also in action today against Mars Hill. That's a 31-30 lead for the Lions late in the first half. Here at Holt Fieldhouse, Anderson leads Carson-Newman by 4 at the halftime break. Second half action heads your way after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, a 47-43 lead for 18th-ranked Anderson over a Carson-Newman team just outside the NABC top 25. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID across the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Jay Adams running the show back inside of network control. Ian Johnson and Jay West, our director and replay operator. Glad to have you on hand for Carson-Newman and Anderson as it's Eagle ball out of the halftime locker room, and Carson-Newman moves right to left in the pristine home whites. Bill Bray for Fry, cutting through the middle of the lane. Right hand, he flips it in. Count it, and a foul. Charge the foul to Engelman, his third. Trojans first. Fry can make this a one-point game at the line. Anderson's bench pleading that the foul should be on Malachi Reeves instead of on Rashawn Engelman. Freese's free throws through, nothing but net. Reeves was defending Fry straight up The officials are going to chat over and go to the bench or go to the monitor, and they are going to look at it. So we'll see the result of this review. Engelman was trailing the play. Reeves was straight up. So let's see what James Gibson, Kenny Pate, and Luke Payne see here. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Jimmy Williams giving some instructions to his team, and Kenny Pate says the foul was on Engelman as he saw. Anderson ball after the review. Right, we'll flip it to Garcia Arroyo, right wing. Hands off Engelman, cutting to the basket. Gets by everybody and has an uncontested lay-in. 8 for Engelman, 49-46. Trojans by a triple. 19:30 to play in the second half. Browder cuts inside on Maccabee, leans in and connects off glass. Strong take for Junkyard Jack. He's got 12. Eagles within 1. 49-48, 19:17 to go in the second half. Trojans front court. Reeves at the top of the key, sends it to Maccabee. His defender fell down. Open look from deep. He connects. 52-48, Trojans by 4. 19:03 to play in the second half. Browder attacking the right side of the paint. His layup's off the mark. Smith corrals the rebound, but lost it coming down to A.J. Wright. Right into the front court. Shuffles to Maccabee left wing. Step through. Gets to the basket. Scoop up. No. Garcia Arroyo rattles it in off the tap with the right hand. 19 for Garcia Arroyo. 6-point lead for the Trojans. 54-48, 18:40 to play in the second half. Eagles front court. Bilbray for Browder at the left wing. Chest pass, Smith left corner. Smith slips Bilbray between the rings. Bilbray pulls up, left wing, triple. Front iron, no, but a whistle and a foul as Reeves shoves off Browder. Second personal on Reeves, second team foul on the Trojans. Shot clock resets to 20, and Carson-Newman has the basketball. Hauk will inbound left baseline for the Eagles. Triggers into Browder left block. Back to the basket on A.J. Wright. Browder ducks the shoulder. Right hand, hooks it up. Browder gets the roll. Carson-Newman wanted an and one, but just contact. 54-50. Eagles down 4. 18-10 to play in the second half. Trojans with it front court. Wright between the rings. Right around a Garcia Arroyo screen. Now left down the left side of the paint. Scoops it up. Missed. Garcia Arroyo an offensive rebound. Twisting. Turning. Whistle. Free throws. Foul is on Browder. His second. And the first on Carson-Newman of the half. So Osmar Garcia Arroyo bearing down on 20 points. He's got 19 and shoots 2 free throws here. Comley connects on the first. That is his 20th point. 55-50. Trojans by 5. Second one rattles in as well. 56-50, and now the inbound stolen away, but given back to Bilbray, who saves it in, but to Reeves. Anderson scrambles to extend a 6-point lead now. We'll settle in after that 2-for-2 trip at the line from Garcia Arroyo. Right wing, picked up by Smith. Pick and pop 3, right point, left it short. Bilbray taps the rebound, but to Garcia Arroyo, who then pings it off of Bilbray's kneecaps on the right baseline, and it stays with Anderson. Well, hate to see Osmar Garcia Arroyo as a dodgeball player. He thudded that one off of Matt Bilbray with a lot of zip. Engelman, right corner. To the right side of the paint, left-hand teardrop. Tickles Twine from 10 feet out. 10 for Engelman, 8-point lead for Anderson. 17-15 to go in the second half. Bilbray for Smith left point. Smith, left wing 3, off the mark. Garcia Arroyo taps the rebound at the free throw line to Wright, who stumbles front court, lost his footing. Fry the steal. Fry down the right side of the paint. He was held going up by Reeves. Anderson ball. Reeves off to the races, takes it in and lays it in on Jack Browder. 10-point Trojan lead matches their largest, 60-50, with 16:43 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman front court. Smith gets the bucket to go from point-blank range. 60-52, Eagles down by 8. 16:24 to play in the second half. That stops a 6-0 Anderson run. Fry strips Engelman, but got it back right baseline. Pardon me, that was Bilbray with the made layup on the other end by the Eagles. Not screened. Right. Shovels off Garcia Arroyo, cutting right block. He has an uncontested lay-in. 23 for Garcia Arroyo, 10-point lead for Anderson. 62-52, and Houck fouled as he crosses the timeline. See who this is charged to. It's on Reeves, his third, the team's third. We come to a break in the action. 15:59 to play in the second half. Anderson 62, Carson-Newman 52. Trojans have started 6 of 9 from the field after halftime, all at the rim. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:59 to go in the second half. You want to know why Anderson has jumped the lead out to match their largest at 10? It's because Carson-Newman doesn't have a rebound in the first 4 minutes and 1 second of the second half. No empty possessions for Anderson, save for one turnover after halftime. They're plus 6 of 9 shooting from the field. That's why they've outscored the Eagles 15-9 to open up the second half. Bilbray, screen and roll action for Fry, cutting to the basket, and he thunders it home with the right hand. 62-54, Eagles within 8. 15:42 to play in the second half. What a cut by Khalees Fry. He's got 9. Matt Bilbray has his second assist. And the Trojans get it onto the offensive end. Dawkins, right wing. Eagles switch to their matchup zone for a moment. Appears that way. Dawkins headed to keep 3, rattles off right side. Dallas Jones an offensive rebound, and he's fouled chasing it down in the right corner by Khalees Fry. So that is Fry's first. The second on the Eagles. Shot clock to 20. And the ball out of bounds on the right baseline for A.J. Wright. Wright gets it into Jones at the left point. Jones for Engelman left wing. Eagles have gone out of their man-to-man and go into the matchup. Fry, a reach called on Jones at the top of the key. Fry holds his hands to his head in disbelief. He thought he'd got that one clean. Second personal on Khalees. Third team foul on the Eagles. So Houck exits. Uosis enters for the Eagles. Jones exits. Maccabee enters for the Trojans since Carson-Newman's playing zone. The Trojans get another three-point shooter out there. Anderson 6 of 13 from beyond the arc in this one. Engelman out to Dawkins on the left wing. Dawkins, 2 passes. Maccabee right wing. Dribbles inside, lost the handle. Bilbray to steal. Bilbray ahead to Smith. Smith goes in. Took it in with 2 hands but got fouled. was stripped before he could bring the ball up to dunk it, and the foul goes on Caden Dawkins. It's his third, team's fourth. 2 free throws for Ollie Smith. And he has an opportunity to make this a 6-point game at the line. Smith, 70% on the season, and he buries his 20th free throw. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins at seeandeagles.com/modernwoodman to help secure your family's financial future. 2-for-2 trip for Ollie Smith, 6-point lead for Anderson. 62-56 with 14:48 to play in the second half. Right over the timeline, right side against Matt Bilbray. He settles into the half court for the Trojans. Right, slips Engelman at left wing. Pumps, leaps, passes, right point right. Out to the right wing for Maccabee. Down low to Garcia Arroyo. Sends a pass through Jack Browder's legs to Maccabee. Left elbow, 15-footer, rattles out right side. Browder a 5th rebound. He's 3 away from 700 in his career. He brings it across the timeline right side to the head of the key. Browder down the left side of the lane, draws a foul on Garcia Arroyo. 2 free throws for Jack Browder as Garcia Arroyo picks up his second and the team's 5th. 4:17 to play in the second half. Anderson ahead, 62-56. Browder. First free throw, all twine. 15 for Jack Browder. Two bounces, second free throw, it's true. 2-for-2 trip for Jack Browder. Just like that, it's a 4-point game. 62-58. Trojans by 4, 14-10 to play in the second half. A little 6-0 run is the largest of the game for Carson-Newman. Right, into the high post for Garcia Arroyo. Spins on Uosis, shoots over top of him, shorted it. Browder, the rebound. Uosis and Garcia Arroyo trip on a wet spot. They tumble over one another, and Browder brings front court. Browder, right block, teardrop, yes, off the back of the rim. 8 in a row for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's within 2. Mop never came out. There is a wet spot. And now, with a stoppage, Mop's out. We had to make a late substitution. Our All-American mop man, Tyler Needs, is on the scoreboard today. Tyler Needs would have been Johnny on the spot and had that mopped up while Carson-Newman was on the other end. You can bet your sweet bippy that's what would have happened, because the best mop man in America is in Holt Fieldhouse. But today we've got him on scoreboard. There's a lot of perspiration on the ground from where Jack Browder and Osmar Garcia Arroyo, I think both classify as sweaty men right now. And there's quite a bit of dampness that needs to be taken care of from where Browder and Osmar Garcia Arroyo hit the deck. 13:41 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman has scored 8 in a row. And Anderson is scoreless since the Eagles went into their zone. Carson-Newman's within 2. Right. Has it front court for Anderson in an all-black jersey. Right. To the right wing. Start and stop move. Gets to the right block. Feeds a cutting Dallas Jones, who's hammered by Ollie Smith on his way to the basket. 2 free throws as Smith is charged with his 3rd and the team's 4th. So Dallas Jones, who has really done a nice work on his free throw stroke in his junior season. Lifetime, he's a 69% free throw shooter, but here in his junior year, he's at 83%. And the southpaw, right-hander, misses the first. Ollie Smith exits. Rylan Houck re-enters. Another free throw for Dallas Jones to try to make it a 3-point game. Puts it up, rattles out right side. Khalees Fry's there for the rebound. Drought continues for Anderson. Bilbray bounces ahead to Fry between the rings. Fry goes back to Bilbray, left wing. Fry back to Bilbray, left wing. Bilbray, 3-ball, bullseye. Eagles lead. 11 straight for Carson-Newman. First time that Anderson has trailed in the second half all year long. Trojan ball front court. Right. Down the left side of the lane. Layup off the mark. Pings around. Garcia Arroyo has the missed left block. Garcia Arroyo beating, banging, twisting, turning. Lays it in from the left side with the right hand. That stops Anderson's 2.5-minute scoring drought. Garcia Arroyo has 5. Hauk front court. He's fouled with a push by A.J. Wright on the left wing. Third personal on A.J. Wright. 6th team foul on Anderson. 64-63, Anderson by 1. 18th ranked Trojans trying to stay among the 13 unbeatens in NCAA Division II. Bilbray, right wing against Garcia Arroyo. Bilbray, chest pass Uosis in the right corner, back to Bilbray, right point. 13 to shoot. Bilbray, 10 and 9. Bumped by Garcia Arroyo, free throws. Garcia Arroyo lowered his shoulder and gets charged with his 3rd and the team's 7th. 1 and 1 for Matt Bilbray. James Repass is set to check in for Osmar Garcia Arroyo. 1 and 1 for Matt Bilbray and a chance to tie and take the lead. Bilbray spins the ball into his left hand, shoots the front end with his right, and calmly ties the game at 64. Trojans were up by 10 early in this second half. Then the Eagles used an 11-0 run to take their first lead. Stay tied as Bilbray's long on the second. Trojans grab the rebound and bring it left to right. All square at 64. With 12:19 to play in the second half. Repass, left baseline. Spins in on Uosis. Trap, kicks out Jones, left wing, triple, swishes it. Dallas Jones hits his 10th of the season, and the Trojans are ahead by 3. 67-64, 12 minutes left in the second half. Bilbray on the right wing, front court for Carson-Newman. Drives by Jones, gets into the paint, kick out Fry, extra pass Browder, left point triple. Off the mark to the right. Uosis an offensive rebound, right block. Second chance. Bilbray, head of the key 3. Bank not open. Hout crashes for an offensive rebound. He's stripped going up. Jones away with the basketball, bringing it front court. Trojans on to the offensive end. Engelman for repass in the left corner. Left foot jab step on Uosis. Now backs him down on the left baseline. 12 to shoot. Repass. 10 and 9, kick out Jones left point. Jones drives on Fry, fades, left block, leaner, no. Rebound pings around, it's out of bounds, last touch by Browder, and that brings us to a break in the action. 11:13 to go in the second half. Anderson 67, Carson-Newman 64. We got a good one between two teams. One nationally ranked, one just outside the top 25. Trojans by 3. 11:13 to go in the second half on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:13 to go in the second half. Anderson a 67-64 lead on Carson-Newman. The Trojans trailed for the first time in the second half of a game all season, and that came on the heels of an 11-0 Carson-Newman run. Stick around for the Domino's post-game report for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Anderson basketball out of the break. They turn it over. A pass is errant into the right corner. And it's back to Carson-Newman off of the Trojans' fourth giveaway of the half and their ninth of the game. Osmar Garcia Arroyo is back in. He's replacing James Repass and joins Wright, Engelman, Dallas Jones, and Malachi Reeves. Houck, Brown, Browder, Uosis, Bilbray for Carson-Newman. No Braden Illick today for Carson-Newman. He's out with an ankle injury. Brown on the right wing for Carson-Newman. Bounces it to Uosis, top of the key. Slips Browder cutting to the basket. Browder got rejected by Garcia Arroyo taking it in. Jones up the right sideline to right wing. Hits Jones at the top of the key. Leaps, lobs, Garcia Arroyo free throw line. Twisting, turning, lays it in around Rylan Houck. 5-point Anderson lead, 69-64. 10:40 to play in the second half. Osmar Garcia Arroyo has matched his career high with 27. Eagles on the offensive end. Houck backing down Engelman. Bounce pass into the paint. Uosis tied up. Throws the ball. It deflects off Dallas Jones' noggin, but to Engelman. Trojans front court. Reeves left corner. Pumps. Blow by. Steps right. Three. Short. Front iron. Reeves got his own miss. Twists inside. Loose ball. Middle of the lane. Wright saves it in. Engelman, right wing, open from deep. Glances off to the left. Houck the rebound left baseline, but it's taken from him by Wright. It's Jones cutting down the right side of the paint. Whistle. Offensive foul. Who is this on? It's on Garcia Arroyo. He was pinning a player back to prevent them from defending, and he picks up his fourth and the team's eighth. Player control foul. So no free throws. Carson-Newman's bench pleading for the 1-and-1, but Anderson definitely had the basketball. And Garcia Arroyo was pinning a player. That's why he gets the offensive foul called on the other player's drive for the Trojans. Eagles haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Anderson up by 5 as Colin Brown wiggles his way front court and draws a foul on Dallas Jones. His first, the team's ninth. 1-and-1 for Colin Brown. So Brown will try to stop this scoring drought at the charity stripe. Brown's front end swishes through. 69-65. Eagles down 4. That stops a little 5-0 run for Anderson. Second free throw for Colin Brown. Smooth as silk. Brown into double figures for the third time in his career. He has 11. 69-66. Eagles within 3 with 9:50 to play in the second half. Wright picked up by Brown man-to-man between the rings. Right around a Sentinel Moore screen to the right wing. Stop, skip pass, Engelman, left wing, triple, back of the 10, no good. Smith the rebound, lost it, it's on the deck. Fry has it, he's calling for time. Jump ball, arrow favoring Anderson. So put 20 on the clock. Anderson basketball with the arrow. So the Trojans will inbound from the left baseline as Fry and 3 other black-clad Anderson Trojans were on the deck, so of course some mop work needs to happen. Perspiration's all dried up, and A.J. Wright is set to inbound on the left baseline for Anderson. Wright triggers into Reeves' left block, back out to Sentinel Moore, top of the key. He hands off to Engelman, and he sets up shot between the rings for the Trojans, defended by Colin Brown. Oops at right point, Moore hands off Wright at the head of the key, 6 to shoot. Right for Engelman, left wing, got a 3 off, and he swishes it. 13 for Engelman. He's 2 of 5 from deep. Trojans up by 6. 72-66 with 9:08 to play in the second half. Anderson, 8 of 18 from beyond the arc and 3 of 8 in the second half. A team came in averaging 13 made threes per game. Dallas Jones exits. Caden Dawkins enters. And Browder will inbound left baseline for the Eagles to Colin Brown. Engelman picks up Colin Brown in the backcourt. And Brown brings it across the timeline right side. Brown down the left side of the paint. Scoops it up. Moore rejects it. It's saved in by Engelman. And then a whistle and a foul on Browder as the Trojans started to come up the floor. Third personal on Browder. 5th team foul on the Eagles. Carson-Newman hasn't made a shot from the field in the last 4:22. They've missed their last 4 shots after starting the second half 7 of 11 from the field. Eagles in dire need of some buckets here, down 6 with 8:44 to play in the second stanza. Moore right elbow off to the right wing for Wright. Wright inside on Brown, pivots around, fades from the middle of the lane. Right-hand push shot is good off the back of the rim. Anderson up by 8, 74-66, 8:30 to play in the second half. Browder has it taken away from him on the left side of the lane by A.J. Wright. 11th turnover for the Eagles. Wright attacks into the left corner, pass deflected out of bounds by Khalees Fry, but it ricochets off of Caden Dawkins on its way out. Carson-Newman ball, so the Eagles' 5th turnover is followed by Anderson's 5th turnover of the second half. And it's Carson-Newman ball, trailing by 8 with 8:22 to play in the second stanza. Brown spins on Caden Dawkins to get it across the timeline center court. Over to Browder, left wing. Lob inside is intercepted by Engelman. Ahead to Dawkins, who tracks it in and has to save it in on the left baseline. Tipped out of bounds by Khalees Fry along the far sideline. Stays with Anderson. 5 minutes without a field goal for Carson-Newman. Eagles have made a quartet of free throws in the last 5 minutes, but Anderson has been able to pace the game out back toward double digits. And they're a 2 away from matching their biggest lead of 10. Wright on the right side of the wing. Chest pass, left wing. Here's an Engelman 3. Back iron, no. Moore tries to tap it back in, but he's fouled from behind by Jack Browder. That's a 4th on Jack. 6th team foul on the Eagles. And it brings us to a break in the action. 7:49 to play in the second half. 18th ranked Anderson, 74. Carson-Newman, 66. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman trailed by 10 early in this second half, then used an 11-0 run to grab a lead with 13:15 to go. Eagles are up 63-62, but since then, the Trojans have outscored Carson-Newman 12-3. Mind you, that 1-point deficit, the first time that Anderson has trailed in a second half all season long. Trojans second in the country in margin of victory. Unbeaten Anderson winning games by an average of 32 points per contest. They're up by 8 right now, with Sentinel Moore at the free throw line. Shooting 2, looking to match Anderson's largest lead of the day. Moore shoots the first and swish it. He's a perfect 3 of 3 at the line today. Jack Browder remains on the floor with 4 personals for Carson-Newman. He has not left the floor since the opening weekend. He's played 40 minutes in 5 straight games, trying to make it a 6th straight. Smith inbounds against full court pressure. Got it into Bilbray, not before the 5 count expired. 10-point Anderson lead, 76-66, and now Carson-Newman turns it over for a 14th time. Trojans inbound right baseline, right in the right corner. Peels out and takes it between the rings. 13 to shoot over to Dawkins, right wing. Reeves, left wing. Motions with his left hand, skips Dawkins, right wing against the zone. 6 to shoot. Dawkins drives, gets into Uosis, missed the layup. Rebound pings out of bounds. It's off of Uosis or Browder. Shot clock reset to 20. And the officials are going to double check to see if that hit rim. Anderson in the middle of a, depending on how you want to look at it, 14-3 or 7-0 run. But Carson-Newman hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. The Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in 6 minutes. Ball did hit rim, so shot clock will be at 20. And an ill-opportune time for Carson-Newman, which had taken a lead with 13 minutes to go in the second half after trailing by 10. A little opportune time to go cold. Eagles unable to build upon that. And it's been Anderson that has had the answer points with a 14-3 run to get back up by double digits. Wright triggers into Dawkins between the rings. He goes off to Wright on top of the jump circle. Wright off to Dawkins, right wing. Eagles spread him out in the zone. 8 to shoot. High post Reeves, back to Engelman, left corner, catch 3. Front of the 10, bends off, no good. Whistle and a foul, battling for the rebound. Carson-Newman shoots free throws. It's on Sentinel Moore. His first, team's 10th. And so it'll be Iris Uosis to the line to shoot 2 for Carson-Newman, looking to stop a 2-minute, 44-second scoring drought for the Eagles. Uosis spins the ball, shoots it with his right hand, and calmly swishes the first foul shot. Carson-Newman's first points in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Eagles still haven't hit a field goal in 6 minutes and 3 seconds. That's allowed Anderson to build out a 10-point lead. Now it sits at 8 as Uosis goes 2 for 2. Granted, the Eagles have only attempted 4 shots in that 6-minute stretch. Anderson's had some lengthy possessions aided by offensive rebounds, but very few empty possessions for the Trojans. Wright, down the right side of the paint, turns out and hits Moore at the right elbow. Moore works inside on Uosis, flips it out right wing for Wright. Right baseline drive, no look pass into the paint. Bilbray steals it. Bilbray leads the break ahead to Browder, but turns it over. Engelman intercepts. Engelman down the right side of the lane, shimmies Moore, cutting inside. Moore connects. Whistle. Count the basket, and the foul on Matt Bilbray. Bilbray tried to draw the charge. He was unsuccessful. His second, team's 7th. Back to a 10-point game. And an and one free throw coming for Sentinel Moore, who has 4 points off the bench, stays at 4 as he misses the free throw long. 10 points, the lead holds for Anderson, matching their biggest lead of the day, 78-68. Bilbray once ahead of the key triple, glances off to the right. Dawkins, long rebound, left baseline, and the Trojans bring it right to left. Carson-Newman 0 of its last 5 from the field after starting 7 of 11 here in the second half. Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in 7 minutes. Moore gives to Reeves, left wing, cuts baseline, reverse layup, no, but Moore is there for the follow-through jam with the right hand. 12-point lead for Anderson is their largest. Bilbray wants to answer from the right wing, and he does so with a triple. Timeout, Chuck Benson. 5:59 to go in the second half. Anderson 80, Carson-Newman 71. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
5:59 to go in the second half, 80-71. Anderson leads Carson-Newman. Eagles stop a near 7-minute scoring drought without a field goal with a Matt Bilbray three to bring them within 9 after the Trojans got up by 12 on the heels of an 11-2 run. Garcia Arroyo inside. He turns and passes to the bench. It's out of bounds for a turnover. Call it a 16-4 run for Anderson to build that 12-point lead after Carson-Newman grabbed an advantage in the second half. Brown leaps and hits Browder at the top of the key. Yo-yos into the paint. Right-hand leaner won't fall. Right grabs the miss and brings it front court for Anderson. Right stops at the right point. And Anderson settles into the half court. Bounce feed for Garcia Arroyo, left block. Back to the basket on Uosis. Backs him down, turns, passes, left wing, right a three. Rattles off front side. Tip, no. Third chance, Reeves a rebound on the left block. Anderson resets. Garcia Arroyo, right block against Uosis. Backs him down, gets help defense from Browder. Turns, shoots over Uosis. Doesn't fall, but a whistle and a foul. Ivorus Uosis gets hit with his second personal. 8th team foul on the Eagles. And Osmar Garcia Arroyo, he's got a double-double with 27 points and 11 rebounds. Looking for a new career high in points with these freebies. First one's on the way and it swishes through. Career high 28 for Osmar Garcia Arroyo. Had 27 earlier this season against Emmanuel on November 15th. He surpasses that here today and looks for his 29th point. Has it. 11-point lead for Anderson with 4:57 to go in the second half. Brown over the timeline left side. He's hand-checked the whole way by Caden Dawkins, and Dawkins fouls him. It's a fourth on Dawkins. Carson-Newman will gladly take 2 free throws. They've been in double bonus for a hot minute now. Foul trouble certainly something to keep an eye on. Every player on the floor for Anderson right now has 3 fouls. Caden Dawkins and Garcia Arroyo both have 4. Brown's first free throw is through the strings. He's got 12. That's a new career high for Colin Brown. So Dawkins exits. Maccabee replaces him. Second free throw for Colin Brown. Missed it long. Engelman tracks down the rebound on the right baseline. 82-72. Trojans by 10 with 4:44 to play in the second half. Left wing lob downstairs to Garcia Arroyo. He was stumbling out of bounds. Went to save the ball in and spike it off of Uosis, but Uosis had tripped him and fouled him. Ivorus Uosis picks up his third personal, the team's 9th. 1-1 for Garcia Arroyo, who is as vicious and as violent with his saves in to try to ping it off of another player as I think I've seen.
We went to the parade.
If you didn't know, Jefferson City's Christmas parade is going on right now. Garcia Arroyo's front into the 1-and-1. Clangs off the back of the rim and goes in. I know the Christmas parade is going on because my child just entered, and that might be of what you heard come through the microphone as she gave me a hug. Second free throw. Long off the heel for Garcia Arroyo. 11-point lead for Anderson as Uosis grabs the rebound. 83-72. Trojans by 11 with 4:25 to play in the second half. Eagles need perfection down the stretch. Fry, right ring with the basketball. Stops at the free throw line. Passes out, but off of A.J. Wright's hands, and it's a 16th Eagle turnover. Wright sends it left wing. Reeves, an open look from deep. Backboard, nothing else. Fry the rebound on the right block for Carson-Newman. Fry behind the back, brings it front court for the Eagles. Around a Browder screen to the head of the key. Fry off to Bilbray, right wing. Bilbray leaps and lobs, hits Fry, cutting the basket, right hand, way off kilter, can't get it to fall. Trojans grab the miss and bring it left to right. Carson-Newman has made one shot from the field over the last 10 minutes of basketball. That's why Anderson's up by 11 here in the second half. There's a backdoor cut and a layup right to left across the face of goal from Caleb Maccabee. He's got 10. Third Trojan into double figures. Anderson has its biggest lead of the day at 13. 85-72 with 3:25 to play in the second half. Browder, head of the key. Drives inside, lays it up, got it blocked. Second shot, rejected out of bounds. It stays with Carson-Newman. 3:16 to go in the second half. Eagles in need of a minor miracle. They trail Anderson 85-72 with 3:16 to go. We're back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
3:16 left in the second half. Anderson trying to put a halt to Carson-Newman's 3-game win streak. Trojans are 3 minutes and 16 seconds away from doing that while protecting the country's 12th longest active win streak. Trojans, one of 13 remaining unbeaten teams in Division II, ranked 18th in the coaches' poll. And defensively, they have limited Carson-Newman to one made basket in the last 10 minutes. That was a Matt Bilbray 3. Carson-Newman has made some free throws in that stretch. It hasn't been enough to keep pace. Browder, drive, dish, Smith, right corner, catch three. Back iron, no. Browder goes up, tied up, jump ball. Arrow favors Carson-Newman. That should go down as Jack Browder's 8th rebound, which would give him 700 for his career and make him the third guy in school history with 1,500 career points and 700 career rebounds. Bilbray to inbound. You get a whistle and a foul on A.J. Wright before the inbounds. It's his 4th. Team's 12th. And because Carson-Newman never inbounded it, great work for James Gibson, the arrow stays with Carson-Newman. The alternating possession did not come in because Carson-Newman did not inbound it. Phenomenal adjudication of the rules by James Gibson. Browder cans the first free throw. He's got 19 points. The arrow does not switch if the ball was never inbounded. And so Carson-Newman maintains the arrow in its favor. Now they are chatting to see if it was inbounded. And Carson-Newman is going to look at the monitor. Carson-Newman shooting free throws. That's happening regardless. Jack Browder has made the first. He has one more to go. And the officials are checking the monitor to see if it was actually inbounded before the foul happened. If the foul happened before the inbound, then Carson-Newman maintains the possession arrow. You have to actually inbound it for the arrow to flip. As it stands right now, there's 3:07 to go in the second half, and Anderson has an 85-73 lead on Carson-Newman. 12-point advantage, helped by Anderson's 16-4 run. Also going to adjust the game clock here, I believe. So one more free throw for Jack Browder. And the foul did happen before the inbound, so the Eagles maintain the arrow in their favor. Browder's second free throw is good. That's a little thing that goes Carson-Newman's way. Carson-Newman needs a lot of things to go their way in the final 3:05 to overcome an 11-point deficit. Maccabee hits Garcia Arroyo cutting the basket. He has a lay-in beating the press. 87-74. Trojans match their biggest lead at 13 with 2:52 to play in the second half. Bilbray, left point, a three, heaved up short. Uosis flips in the rebound, saved. Wright, though, collects in the middle of the lane for the Trojans. Right over the timeline, right side. Dribbles around and takes it out to the midcourt logo. Leaps and passes to Reeves into the left corner for Engelman. Bounce feed inside Garcia Arroyo. Dunk attempt blocked. Got his own miss. Lays it in. Counted in a foul. 34 for Garcia Arroyo. The foul is on Uosis. His fourth and the team's 10th. 89-74. Anderson by 15. Well, the tail in this one. Carson-Newman defensively has been better. Some discussion on who the foul was on. If it was on Browder, it would have been his fifth. Instead, it's on Uosis. That's his fourth. And one free throw for Garcia Arroyo rattles out. Uosis the board. 15-point lead for Anderson, 89-74 with 2:20 to play in the second half. Eagles, one of their last 11 from the field over the last 11 minutes of game action. That's why Anderson's taking this one out. Bilbray right of the lane, 15-foot fadeaway, rolls in. Matt Bilbray has 21. He has the only two made shots for Carson-Newman since the 13-minute mark. He pulls the Eagles within 13 and then deflects it out of bounds. It stays with Anderson in the backcourt. 89-76, and Jimmy Williams wants to utilize the timeout with 2:03 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman hasn't played poorly defensively after halftime. Anderson has shot 50% from the field, but 45% from the field after halftime. But just been Carson-Newman's shot making. Eagles 7 of 11 to start the second half, 2 of 12 since. Carson-Newman grabbed a 63-62 lead at the 13-15 mark, and plain and simple just went cold. This one could be a lot worse. Carson-Newman's free throw shooting has kept him in at 23 of 26 at the line. That coupled with Anderson plus 12 on the glass after halftime. Trojans have 19 offensive rebounds and 25 second chance points. That has been a massive factor. And you can't mention that without also mentioning that the Eagles have been without Braden Illick today. Carson-Newman starting five-man out with an ankle injury. And his passing, that's been missed. Just 7 assists for Carson-Newman on the day. Trojans with the ball in the backcourt. Wright sends it over into the head of the key. It's deflected. Browder steals. Fry ahead to Brown, mishandled it. Brown twists left and draws a foul. It's on Wright. I believe that's his 5th. And indeed, that is his 5th. Team's 13th. So A.J. Wright is done. 2 free throws for Colin Brown. And Caden Dawkins will check in for A.J. Wright. 9 points, 5 boards, 2 assists for Wright in 30 minutes. Colin Brown on a career-high 12. Misses his 2nd straight free throw off the back of the rim. Minute 50 to go, 18th ranked Anderson 89 and Carson-Newman 76. Brown's 2nd free throw, spins off right side. Garcia Arroyo saves in the rebound to the free throw line for Engelman. Garcia Arroyo, 4 to get it across the timeline, sends it out of bounds on the far sideline, a 14th Anderson turnover. 101 seconds left, and Ollie Smith re-enters for Carson-Newman, replacing Khalees Fry. Eagles sub offense for defense. Bill Bray, the ball in the backcourt, brings it to the left wing, front court. Bill Bray stops right elbow, pass inside Uosis, right hand finger roll, falls in. Double digits for Ivoris Uosis for the first time in his career. He's got an even 10. Eagles with an 11. 89-78 with a minute 23 to go in the second half. Trojans with the ball front court. Ollie Smith forces a turnover, tries to save it in. It's loose, picked up by Dawkins in the backcourt, scrambles across the timeline and is fouled by Ollie Smith. That's 4 on Smith. 11 on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for Caden Dawkins. Dawkins, the Mars Hill transfer, is about as good as it gets historically in the South Atlantic Conference at the free throw line. Not the guy that you want to commit a foul against. 278 for 326 in his career. 3 years at Mars Hill, now a 4th at Anderson. 85.3% lifetime, and he misses this one off the back of the rim. So the best he can do is make it a 12-point game. Flips it up, and this one's all strings. 5 for Caden Dawkins. 90-78, Trojans by 12. Eagles bring the basketball from right to left. Browder across the timeline, gets to the free throw line, spins, gets into Garcia Arroyo as his shot blocked, follows his own miss, right hand hook, off the mark to the left. Browder leaps, spikes the ball off of Dawkins. It's out of bounds and stays with Carson-Newman. Well, the stick-to-itiveness by Jack Browder. See how that's scored officially. He might have worked his way into a double-double there. He does have his 9th rebound. And should have a 10th as well. Bill Bray will inbound left baseline. Goes to Colin Brown, who misses a 3, but before that, a whistle and a foul on Maccabee. 3rd on Maccabee. 14th foul on the Trojans. 2 free throws for Jack Browder. A chance to pull Carson-Newman within 10 with 53.2 seconds left. It's true. Credit a team rebound on the spike out of bounds by Browder, so he doesn't have the double-double right now. Although I could argue that he should get credit for that rebound. But I'm not the one statting this game. 2-2 trip. Timeout for Jimmy Williams. 90-80. Eagles down 10. Carson-Newman trying to fight to the finish. .2 seconds left in the second half. 90-80, Anderson by 10. Trojans seize control with a 16-4 run, while Carson-Newman went 11 minutes with making just 2 free throws. Carson-Newman trying to pull a rabbit out of its hat. Carson-Newman started this second half 7 of 11 from the field, 3 of 15 since. And after taking a 63-62 lead, the first time that Anderson has trailed in a second half all year, credit the Trojans, they have outscored Carson-Newman 28-17 since. You wondered how Anderson would respond. They have not been in close games by any stretch of the imagination this year. Number 2 in the nation in scoring margin, but it's been a tight one here, or tighter than they've been used to. Foul there on the inbounds on Matt Bilbray, his 3rd and the team's 12th. So Carson-Newman will hope for missed free throws from Rashawn Engelman. 1 of 2 at the line today, 7 of 9 for the season. Freshman puts up the first and rattles it in, 11-point lead. Ollie Smith re-enters, replacing Khalees Fry. Offense for defense sub for the Eagles there. Second free throw. Off the mark long. Smith elevates for the board. Smith brings it front court for the Eagles. Driving to dish. Uosis, right corner. Catch 3. Airballed it strong. Dawkins the rebound. Dawkins bounces ahead to Engelman. Carson-Newman will back off with the Trojans ahead by 11 with 31 seconds left. Bilbray does stick close to Engelman, but he's playing without fouling. Engelman bounces down low, kick out Dawkins, left corner for a 3. He swishes it. Caden Dawkins, night 3 of the game for the Trojans. They're up by 14, 94-20. Shot clock is off. Browder sends it out to Brown for an NBA range right point 3. Gets short off the front of the 10, bounces out of bounds. And the Trojans will be able to dribble out the final 10.1 of this one. (94-80), 18th ranked Anderson looking to stay unbeaten. As Engelman inbounds to Reeves, throws it ahead to Dawkins, and he can dribble out the final seconds in this one. Anderson trailed for the first time in a second half all season, but the Trojans had the right response. A 16-4 run coupled with cold shooting over the final 13 minutes for Carson-Newman. And the Trojans stay unbeaten with a 94-80 win over Carson-Newman. Eagles just 3 of their final 17 from the field after a 7 of 11 start in the second half. That saw them take a lead after trailing by double digits with 13-15 to go in the second stanza. But when it comes to the final 13-15 of this game, squarely in favor of Anderson. Domino's postgame report headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Bring it, backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with 2 hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Carr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman sees its 3-game win streak come to an end at the hands of the 18th ranked team in the country. Anderson stays unbeaten, and the Trojans prevail 94-80 over the Carson-Newman Eagles. Anderson is now 8-0 on the year and 3-0 in the South Atlantic Conference, while Carson-Newman falls to 6-2 and 2-1 in league play. This was a game that Carson-Newman led in the second half. That is noteworthy because no team had led against Anderson in a second half all season long. But after Carson-Newman grabbed that lead, it would only make 3 shots over the final 13 minutes of the game to win, for Anderson to win 94-80. Eagles did get to the free throw line a bunch, and Carson-Newman did convert on 25 of its 30 foul shots. But at the end of the day, not enough scoring pop from the field to counteract what the Trojans were doing offensively. And Carson-Newman did tamp down the country's most efficient offense slightly, 50.7% from the field. That is still the highest shooting percentage that the Eagles have given up this season. But for an Anderson team that was averaging near 54% shooting and 13 made threes per game, that wasn't the element of the game that beat Carson-Newman here today. Credit Anderson, +9 on the glass. They had 19 offensive rebounds. And the Trojans outscored the Eagles 25-13 in second chance points and outscored Carson-Newman 52-34 in the paint. Carson-Newman wasn't going to let Anderson's three-point shot beat it. And the Eagles did that. They forced Anderson to do something else, and as a consequence, Osmar Garcia-Arroyo goes for a career-high 34. He had 12 rebounds, also a career-high, 8 of those on the offensive glass, and Garcia-Arroyo, a benefactor of a ton of those second chance points. So, good chess match here between Anderson's Jimmy Williams and Carson-Newman's Chuck Benson. But ultimately, that swoon in scoring is what undoes the Eagles in this one. Just 3 made baskets over the final 13 minutes. It's tough to win a game when you do that. So Carson-Newman loses its second game after winning 3 in a row, and the Eagles will have to regroup quickly with UVA Wise coming to town on Wednesday. So Carson-Newman stars. Jack Browder did have a double-double. Goes for 22 points and 10 rebounds for his 37th career 20-point night and his 29th career double-double. But he wasn't his normal efficient self from the field. 6 of 16 from the field, 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. He did go 10 of 10 at the charity stripe en route to the double-double, and he becomes the third player in school history with 1,500 career points and 700 career rebounds. But I guarantee you Jack Browder would prefer to have a win than that note here. Matt Bilbray, a third straight 20-point night. 21 for him on 8 of 17 shooting and 3 of 8 from 3. He also had 4 steals, but just 3 assists. Passing was at a premium for Carson-Newman today. Just 8 assists on 25 made baskets for the Eagles in this contest. Ivaris Uosis had a career high in his most significant minutes. 10 points for him to go along with 6 rebounds. And Colin Brown, also a career high for him. He scored 12 points on 3 of 6 shooting and was 5 of 8 at the free throw stripe. So Carson-Newman falls to the Anderson Trojans by a final score of 94-88 to hand the Eagles their second loss of the season. All right, we continue on the Domino's post-game report. Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, shorthanded today. No Braden Illick for you today as you fall 94-80 to a nationally ranked club. Just went cold second half. Just 3 made shots over the final 13 minutes. How was your offense impacted by Anderson's defense?
You mentioned Braden, and obviously he's a pretty important part of what we do. But that being said, that has nothing to do with how qualified Anderson is.
Yes.
I was very impressed with him in person. I was impressed with him on video, obviously, but really impressed with him in person on both sides of the ball. I thought their offense was really fast-paced. They've obviously got multiple threats. Today they clearly tried to overwhelm us at the basket with big Osmar Garcia. And then on the flip of it defensively, they made it tough, man. Jack was inefficient today. But credit to Anderson. There's no excuse to be made for Braden playing or not playing. That was a game time decision we had to make. With his ankle, but hopefully he'll be good to go by our next contest. But credit to Anderson. Very impressive club. They're clearly a top 20 team in the country, and truth of the matter is that they've got the talent to be where we were last year. I mean, last year we had one of, if not the best offensive teams in the country. And right now they've got it, and it's clear to me that it's legit. It's not a fluke. It's definitely not a fluke. They're legit, man. And I'm glad for them. I'm glad for Jimmy, and I'm glad for our conference. We have teams like that are representing in such a complete way on the national scale.
I think probably a good amount of credit to them too. Their path to victories this season has been marked by otherworldly three-point shooting, borderline insane three-point shooting. I say 9 to 23 is pretty doggone good, but it's not where they had been. And instead, Osmar Garcia Arroyo goes for a career-high 34 points and 12 rebounds on an efficient 13 to 20 inside.
I mean, the truth of the matter is we had an objective to try to impact their three, and I thought we impacted it. They were 5 threes below their average, 5 made threes below their average. So I thought we impacted that, and truth of the matter is they even had a couple of those makes were on controllable mistakes that we made. So the way we defended their long shot, I was really pretty pleased with. The freshman, Rashawn Engelman, I thought Bill Bray did a really pretty solid job on him. He's, I think, leading the country in both transition and half-court PvP. And I thought Bill Bray really, really locked in on him and made it difficult for him. Obviously, we went zone the second half. More than man, and it was a little bit easier to find some shots and opportunities. But I did think the zone had a good value point for us. But you're right. The 3-point thing, I thought we dealt with that well. It was some other things that really we were exposed in today that had really nothing to do with their 3-point shooting.
Kind of wondered. You had mentioned in your pregame interview, and I think in your in the video that we put out on Friday, wanting to keep game pressure on. And this is an Anderson team that has not faced adversity in a second half all season long. You're the first team to lead on them after halftime. That's the dominant start that they've had. But it was after that lead where you go 3 of 13 or whatever it was down the stretch. Was that their response, or was that just went cold?
I'm going to give them credit, man. Like I said, I think they're really good on both sides of the ball, and they're playing in a very confident manner right now. When we took the lead there, was it 64-63 or
63-62?
63-62 on a Bill Bray jump shot. I thought, I just knew this was going to be like a very, very difficult game. But when we took that lead, there wasn't a second at that moment that I felt like, oh gosh, like this is over by any means. So, credit to them for surging, and sort of not only taking the lead but then extending the lead.
Got to the free throw line a bunch. Felt like that kept you in the hunt for this.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's something that we sort of take pride in trying to do. If you really want to dissect this thing and get down just to brass tacks here, man, it was the rebounding.
Yeah.
It's the rebounding. I think we were up at the half in terms of rebounds, total rebounds, and we were both at 5-6 offensive rebounds apiece. They came out the second half and absolutely crucified us on the glass.
28-26.
Yeah, that is where I do think a bigger body type in Braden would have been a benefit. That would have been beneficial. But then the truth of the matter is, I told the team after the game, I said, guys, what's the lesson, I guess, for me today is that I need to take a closer look at our sort of overall person-by-person toughness when it comes to rebounding. You can't underestimate how critically important that is. And the truth of the matter is, if you were to get this down to one simple thing, they just kicked our face in on the glass. And that's something that we must take care of immediately.
Some positives out of this. Again, no Braden Illick. Colin Brown, new career high with 12 in significant minutes. 23 minutes will be a career high for him. And Ivris Uosis, who had played all of 5 minutes in his collegiate basketball career, is out there for 20 today and goes for a career high 10 points and a career high 6 rebounds. What did you see from those two freshmen?
Well, first of all, if you look at the funny thing about this, our bench today, or the 3 guys that played off the bench, are all freshmen. So, they're very much inexperienced. But I was really, really pleased for Colin. I thought Colin dealt with Anderson's pressure and just their speed and quickness, basically 1 through 4, is really, really elite. And I thought he seemed like there was no problem with that, none. And so that gives me more confidence in him, even though I've got great confidence. That gives me even more confidence. It gives him more confidence in himself. And then Iris is a guy that hasn't really got a chance to play much this year, and he's done nothing wrong. We've got several guys in this program, Kev, by the way, that haven't got to play. They don't do anything wrong. It's just that we philosophically believe in playing a pretty sound 8-man rotation most days, and we think we get the most bang for the buck by doing that. And today with Braden being out, we felt like that he was really sort of a combination of him, Stamper, and Khalees. That was sort of the best options we had, and I just liked his aggressiveness, his toughness, and what he brought to the table. Man, and you can't argue the fact that he was second in our team in rebounds, and then he put the ball in the basket in an efficient manner. So those two guys today got better, and they built more confidence in themselves and built more confidence in their teammates, their coaches, and so you said there's some positive takeaways. There are some positive takeaways, and there too.
I know Jack Browder would trade this nugget for a win any day of the week, but I do want you to put it in some perspective as a fan of history. He did grab his 700th career rebound today, which puts him with Tommy Everett and Mike Ogan as the only players in program history with 1,500 points and 700 career boards. Obviously, he is a lot to this program this season, but as a fan of history, what's it like seeing a guy in the same sentence as a Mike Ogan and a Tommy Everett?
Mike and Tommy were elite players here in the 70s. In the 70s, during the NAI era, those guys were playing really, really high-end basketball at that time. Jack, to be mentioned with those two guys, I understand the significance of that. Some older Carson fans will. I don't know if Jack does necessarily, but for him to be that guy in the NCAA era is an exceptional accomplishment. Yeah. Exceptional. He clearly is the most. He's the best player in the NCAA era, which started in 92. When you look at both scoring and rebounding, he is the best. He's the gold standard now, it's a testament to his competitiveness. He's incredibly competitive, and I think that's sort of like the driver in all this with him. And to say I've enjoyed coaching him is an understatement, and I want to continue to coach him. We'll continue to coach him, and I know he will continue to give our team solid performances night in, night out, like he did again tonight.
Road does not get any easier from here. You welcome in a UVA Wise team that has collected a 76-67 win over Lenore-Rhyne. Highland Cavaliers have been in the receiving votes category. They haven't touched the top 25 in the NABC, but another high-level team arrives in Holt Fieldhouse on Wednesday. You saw them here against King and Lees McCray to start the season. Blake Mellinger's crew has it going on. What do you have to do to examine this one and look ahead to the Highland Cavaliers?
Well, I mean, we're going to obviously we're out of school now, so we'll get together tomorrow afternoon and start working towards our game Wednesday with Wise. I think they're one of the most impressive, physically speaking, one of the most impressive teams in our region, and they're gonna watch this and then come at us, with an intent of killing us on the glass. That's what's going to happen. We're going to hopefully be prepared to do something about that. But I know without a doubt it's going to be a challenge for them. Beating Lenore-Rhyne is a massive accomplishment, and they'll come here with a lot of confidence. But I also know my team, and I think we will enter Wednesday with a lot of confidence and a lot of determination to do our job. So, first things first, we got to prepare properly and get sort of digest this experience today. and then get our minds focused on the future, and then be ready to perform at a high level on Wednesday.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk Wednesday against the Highland Cavaliers.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Jack Browder to the microphone when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside our premier player of the game, Jack Browder. Jack, career double-double, number 29, and I do know, I think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you do become the third player with 1,500 career points and 700 career rebounds, but you would trade that for a win.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that stuff. I want to win, and we could not get the job done today.
Really an interesting game. You took away some of Anderson's strengths from a three-point shooting perspective, 5 below what they typically average as the country's best three-point shooting team, and you held them below average on from a percentage standpoint as well. But 19 offensive rebounds, 25 second chance points, and 34 points for Osmar Garcia Arroyo. What did you see in this one? Is this one seesawed back in the balance?
Well, you say we shut down one of their main strength, but one of their also strengths is offensive rebounding.
Fair.
And we did not shut that down. So I think we just me personally, that was a terrible game, defensive rebounding on my end. I pride myself on defensive rebounding, and I just did not get the job done tonight. And I think collectively as a team, I don't think we did as well. We'll learn from this. We're going to see. I have a feeling when I watch the film back, I have some thoughts on why, and I think that I'll be able to see some of that. I think we put ourselves in tough situations to rebound throughout the entire game. I think we'll see it in film, and I think we can learn from it. I think this is a one-off game. I think that we're going to be able to learn from this and be able to just have a better performance next time.
You did. You came in, I think, number 1 or 2. I can't remember where it was after the new batch of rankings came out today. But regardless, top 5 nationally in defensive rebounds per game with 9 a night.
Yeah,
4 for you is
horrible.
Is uncommon. Was it taken away from you? Can you pinpoint something that you expect to see on tape?
I think. See, I just think I have a mindset on rebounding. I mean, it's a little bit of luck. They fall your way, but I think it's just majority effort and playing a smart effort where, like, you're not running yourself into spots that the ball is not likely to fall into. I mean, I could say I just didn't fall my way, but I think I just have to give a better effort on the defensive glass. I mean, I don't think a team can scout a defensive rebounder and take a defensive rebounder away. That can't really happen. I think I just have to give a better effort on that end.
This is a game that you rallied from double-digit deficits multiple times.
Yeah.
You're the first team to lead in a second half against Anderson. You're up 63-62 with 13 minutes to go, and then as a team made 3 shots the rest of the way. Was that caused by Anderson? Was that just going cold? Can you pinpoint what happened when it really came down to winning time? And you're the first team to test Anderson in the second half all year long.
Yeah, credit to Anderson. They've done it for 8 games now.
Yep.
They've been able to basically control the entire game for every single game they've played, and credit to them. But I think our scoring drought obviously their defense was good. They affected our shots. They contested our shots. They defensive rebounded on their end. I mean, I guess I can just give credit to their defense. I think we're a better team for some of our shot making. We got good looks. I think we touched paint a lot. I'm sure if we go back and watch the film, we'll probably be happy with the amount of times we touch paint. And then I think there's also some things that when we go back and watch film, we're going to be able to strategize just a little bit better and be able to put a better offensive performance on the floor with some circumstances that we were put in tonight.
You look forward and you bring up rebounding. That is a challenge upcoming on Wednesday night against UVA Wise. You get a 7-footer in Evan Ramsey, another big body in Max Lidman, and they just beat Lenore Rhine today, 76-67, and probably the other marquee game in this early SAC schedule. With that in mind, a long, athletic, lengthy team coming into Holt Fieldhouse on Wednesday. How do you internalize this, utilize this, and build upon this with the Cavs coming to town on Wednesday?
We're going to watch film. I know that. And we are going to find where we can be more physical, tough on the glass, whether that's strategically, however that comes, we're going to learn from it. And we have to rebound on next Wednesday. Like, that's, if we don't rebound, we're going to lose. So we're gonna do that. We will rebound on Wednesday. That's our plan.
All right, Jack. Before I do let you go, and I know we alluded to it, but 1,500 points, 700 rebounds. I know you'd trade that for the win in a heartbeat. We've established that. But you are a history guy. To be in with a Mike Oak and a Tommy Everett, just 2 other guys in this program, what does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's on a personal level, it's special. I mean, to be in the club like that, to put my name beside those guys is special, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm thankful for Carson-Newman and the position I'm in here. It's the coaches, teammates. That none of that happens just by myself. So I'm appreciative of the teammates that have done that and my coaches. But like you said, there's still a lot more to do this year, and especially next Wednesday.
All right, go stew for a little bit.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that is Jack Browder. Carson-Newman falls to Anderson by a final score of 94-80. We are back at it Wednesday. Doubleheader with the UVA Wise Highland Cavaliers women's game at 5:30, men's game at 7:30, 5:15 airtime for the doubleheader from here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. For our entire crew today, Jay Adams running the show back inside of Network Control, as well as Jay West, Ian Johnson, Andrew Rogers, all taking turns on replay and directing. Samara Shannon Randy the Crow running some cameras as we were a little shorthanded today. Appreciate all their hard work. I have forgotten to do the SAC scoreboard update. So very quickly, final score from Mars Hill, 86-81. Lions beat Coker. You've got E&H winning another game and improving to 6-3 on the year with an 80-74 home win over Newberry. Told you earlier, Wise beats Lenore Ryan 76-67. And the late game is at 7:30 tonight. Catawba travels to Tusculum. So you do have a little bit more SAC basketball to watch tonight if you are so inclined. For all of us on the Eagles Sports Network, we're grateful that you joined us on this Saturday afternoon. Until Wednesday against UVA Wise, have a pleasant rest of your day, and good night from the banks of Mossy Creek.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagles Sports Network.